I only train one session today because of the match, but usually I like to eat Mexican food, a heavy burrito, to handicap myself for the second session. Obviously not moving as quick, but sometimes we all get handicapped for that session.
Tyler's the only man alive that can eat double burritos and then hit the training session.
The guy behind the desk will eat 2 burritos and then train like no problem. But he also, that's probably his only meal for the week, so that might be a factor.
There's a lot of time at the gym, that's all. That's for certain.
He's being evicted because he will not sleep with his landlord. I believe that's what's the situation right now. We should ask him.
She's not my particular type.
So we're in a wrestling stance here. My elbows are in, my thumbs are slightly turning out, so I'm not giving away that room for my own underhooks here. So as Nick reaches for a collar tie, what I'm going to look to do is I'm going to step in a little bit further, and I'm going to look to throw my elbow underneath his elbow. From here, I'm going to look to straighten my hand and touch Nick's shoulder with the palm of my hand. Now my whole thing is thinking about my elbow positioning. I want to get my elbow positioning just under Nick's elbow here, like so. If my elbow is sunken down like this, it will create a very strong whizzer for Nick here, and now he's in a better position than I am. So I shorten my hand so my elbow comes just under his elbow. When Nick tries to use his whizzer here, I'll lift it higher, so then there's no opportunity for a whizzer. Now, once I have my hand in this position here, I'm going to look to step with my opposing leg. So I step foot to foot with my left leg. I'm going to start reaching for Nick's hip here, like so. Now I'm going to look to throw my own right elbow over the top of my head, like I'm a bowling motion, and pivot on the spot. Now I've got a tight waist here, I can lock my hands up, and we can start looking to block this near side leg with our knee. So my knee will block, and I'll drag Nick's head over the same side leg, and we'll get hands to the mat. Now from here, we're gonna stop here and move to the next thing afterwards. So we'll just come back to the start. So Nick's in our wrestling stance. He's got his right leg lead, and he's reaching for a collar tie. As he's reaching for this collar tie, I kind of dip my level, I throw my elbow underneath, and I straighten my hand. Then I can look to catch, retract, and elevate my elbow. Now, all in one motion, I step foot to foot. So my chest is facing his chest, my hips facing his hips. My foot is also turning towards him. From here, I look to touch his hip and throw my right elbow all the way over the top like I'm bowling, and take another step. Now I lock my hands. From this position, we look to knee block and drag Nick's head over the same side leg. We'll get hands to the mat. We're keeping hands in the mat using our head positioning. Then next thing, we'll look to take the back. So just one more time for the takedown. They're reaching for a collar tie. I dip, I catch. From here, I retract and lift my elbow. I step in, chest to chest, foot to foot. I touch the hip. I throw like I'm shucking the elbow over the top. Lock my hands, knee block, and hands to the mat. So one more time, a bit quicker. They're reaching. I slap, I touch, shuck, and get their hands to the mat as soon as possible. All right, 3, 2, 1.
You want me to go off this side?
Yeah, that's good. Now, elbow slaps in. So, one more time. Do it one more time. So, bring your elbow under first. And now I can straighten my hand. Then I will catch and retract. And we can look to step. Bend your hand like this, throw your elbow under, and then straighten it.
Okay.
Like you're flicking the dice.
Yeah, okay.
Nice. Now, and think about elbow positioning. So think about your elbow is holding his elbow up. Yeah.
So like if I'm coming around here and I can't get, like then I kind of need my elbow to be like under.
If you can.
It's my feet, isn't it? Yeah.
No. If you can, as they're reaching, it'll be easier to get it in. If not, we can grab, we can shuffle, and then punch right under the armpit. So if they say they already collar tied us like this, we can grab, we can move off to the side, and see my shoulder, my elbows on the inside. So when I straighten my hand comes to this position, and and they're trying to put it in a whizzer, and you can feel how your elbow positioning can stop them from making like a strong whizzer here like this. If that's not like, say we're in a collar tie and the elbow is like this, so when I can't get it, then we'll look to push across our body.
Okay, gotcha. Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm not like completely useless now, so that's a start. But still, yeah. Hey, man, back control's coming in.
This is the fastest we've ever had, I guess.
Yeah, this is the most people I've seen on a mat during a class, for sure.
Oh, you're not gonna be able to hold you down. Oh, dude.
Who's next? Who's next? You're next.
I'll try to drag just behind the knee.
I see. Okay, so got it. Yeah, this is very good.
So I'm from Australia. I came out to America about 7 months ago now. I actually flew into Puerto Rico first. I've trained with the guys in Renzo Gracie Academy back before COVID. But then when COVID happened, I was in Australia just doing my own training there. And then when I could travel again, I came back out here to train with the boys. So now we're here in the B team, and yeah, it's been good. I trained here and there with Craig. We're both from Adelaide, South Australia, from the same city. But he was obviously he moved to Melbourne and he started traveling to America, and he wasn't really in Adelaide when I was like first starting Jiu-Jitsu. So we did a little bit of training together at Absolute, and then we did some more training when we were both at RGA in New York. I would say ADCC is our biggest focus here at this gym. So everything else is kind of more like practice leading up to ADCC, whether it's guys competing. And then when we're in the gym, we're always trying to get better under that rule set. So we've been doing a lot more wrestling lately. We've been doing a lot more positional sparring with regards to that rule set. I think we're getting a lot better, and we'll have a good team come into ADCC this year.
So we have 2 hooks in. And we're gonna fall here to the underhook side, and we're gonna make sure our shoelaces are on the far hip.